You've heard of other Uber competitors or wannabe competitors like Trip, Via, Juno, and so forth, but what about SoMo? Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and first of all, I'm going to apologize in advance if you hear some machines or something in the background. It's because the roommates are making this really big dinner, and, well, I want to make the videos for you, so that's why it is particularly noisy. But we are going to talk, probably briefly to be honest, about a new app ride-sharing service called SoMo. Now, people ask me all the time, Kevin, why don't you just get the drivers together to make their own app? Why don't you get the people off the Uber platform and onto the Lyft? And here's what I always tell people. Creating an app is not a problem. Anyone can make an app, and if you're especially good at making apps, you can make a very competent one. The other issue is regulation. It's insurance, and most of all, it is the sheer marketplace of Uber and Lyft. Because here's how most conversations go when you try to talk about a new ride-sharing app. You go up to them like, hey, have you heard of this new app called Trip? Oh, what's Trip? Trip is like Uber. Well, why wouldn't I just use Uber then? Oh, Trip is better. How? Well, you know, the drivers are better, the cars are cleaner. Is it cheaper? Sometimes. Why did I... No, I'm going to stick with Uber. You see what the problem is? Like, there's brand loyalty. I have never seen such brand loyalty before in my life. And I'm not just talking about Uber. I mean, I've seen it in Uber too, especially with, you know, drivers who really, really love Uber and seem almost oblivious to their faults. And then, of course, by that token, you can say some people who really, really hate Uber, like me, who might be a little too overzealous of their faults. I completely admit to that. But then you have people who it's like, oh, well, I don't want to watch Hulu, I'll watch Netflix. Or why would I go to Six Flags? I like Disneyland. Even though I think there's a happy medium for both. Well, there is a new company coming out called SoMo, and their slogan is Plan, Share, Ride. Let's discuss this. In 2019, it's pretty commonplace to get around by booking an Uber or making plans with friends to carpool somewhere. These methods work fine, but hopping back and forth between apps to find the best deal or trying to coordinate schedules with people via group text can provide to be a hassle. At CES 2019, Here Mobility announced a new app called SoMo that it thinks is the perfect solution to all of this. SoMo serves two main purposes: helping people compare prices of rides in their area without having to jump back and forth between apps, and providing a platform that makes it easier than ever to schedule a carpool meetup. A big focus with all of this is something here called gatherings. Gatherings are events that users can create in the SoMo app and can be used for carpooling to work, a weekend party, etc. If you want to attend a gathering, you can choose to get there by driving yourself, booking a taxi through SoMo's app, or sharing a ride with friends. If you're the one driving everyone around, you can use the SoMo app to send invites to people, let them know when you'll pick them up, and see who's agreed to ride with you. So this might actually be like a very, very convenient app if you go to work every day and it's like, I wonder if there's anyone who just consistently goes in that direction. Maybe I can schedule it. That's where this would be a good thing for. Here designed SoMo to be more social than its competitors, putting a big focus on sharing rides with people you already know and creating a social media-like feed on the gathering pages. SoMo has already signed on 1.4 million vehicles for its mobility marketplace, rides you can book on demand, and supports over 350 cities around the world. As of January 7th, SoMo's adding operations in Amsterdam, Athens, Almere-Stad, Barcelona, Brussels, Haarlem, I don't know how to say that, Helsinki, London, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, New Orleans, Nice, Piraeus, I don't know how to pronounce that either, with planned expansions coming to 5 to 10 new cities each month through all of 2019, and there's, a link to download the SoMo app. So anyway, what this sounds like to me, and this is just, of course, me personally, it seems like what they've really done is they've taken the Waze carpooling concept and they've taken it to the next logical step. Keep in mind, a year or so ago, Google really rolled out Waze carpooling, which the whole idea behind that is, hey, if you're going somewhere, why don't you set up Waze carpooling? If someone needs a ride in that direction, they will pay you like 54 cents a mile, and it's money you would make for miles you are technically already going to drive. It wasn't a bad idea, to be honest, but the problem was you're getting complete strangers in your car, and for that little amount of money, no one's going to just want to pick someone up on the way to the ride. I mean, people say, well, they do for Uber and Lyft. Well, no, Uber and Lyft drivers are usually there to make money. Despite what the companies say, they say, oh, it's just a way to get to give a friend a ride to somewhere. No. Drivers are there to make money. They look at Waze and it's like, boy, you mean you're going to charge me more on the rates? Like, no. I'll just drive myself there. So what SoMo does is like, you put out that feeler out there, I'm heading in this direction, and friends are the ones who respond. And that's basically them chipping in gas money. And I think everyone would be perfectly fine with that. And then I'm assuming SoMo accepts a cut of the fee. Or it seems like you could also also compare rates on Uber and Lyft and get a taxi if you want. But the way the drivers are going to be taking advantage of this is with friends. In fact, you know what? I might even use this whenever I drive to Sacramento or Arizona or something. I might even send a fielder out there like, hey, driving to Sacramento, Arizona, wherever we're going to go, does anyone need a ride on the way? And that could be very valuable to me. So I will probably be downloading SoMo and seeing how it works relatively soon. But in the meantime, what do you all think? Does this sound like a great idea to you? Will you be using SoMo? I would love to know. So comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to my exclusive Patreon-only blog. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.